Have you noticed that, usually we do 4...
I'm sorry, Eddie, I can't hear you. I'm busy editing the end of the Andalite Chronicles.
I feel like maybe we've been spending more time on the Andalite Chronicles than we have other books, like maybe a few more episodes.
I think that's fair to say. I think it has. I don't know, and there are many factors that went into that. The book is long. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 pages, right? Like that's why we're spending.
Yeah, like it's 1,000 pages. It's freaking. If for a kid, that thing is War and Peace.
No. I think the reason that we're having a little bit of trouble with this one is the other ones were for kids, teenagers. This one's for adults, right? Like this one,
it is
18 and up, I think, and that's why
totally inappropriate.
Graduate level, reading level, like
yep, yeah. Absolutely, Dostoevsky in Animorphs form.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's why it's taking us a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I think also 2 years ago is when we started this podcast. We started releasing in July of 2022. You said,
yeah. But started recording in February of 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had all the best intentions to take care of ourselves and to get ahead and to have a buffer and to blah, blah, blah. And we wanted to do a weekly release because that's the most fun.
Yeah.
And maybe we need practice taking breaks because we kind of tanked out in the middle of Andalite Chronicles. That book took a lot out of us. It's some of my favorite content.
Yes.
It's some of my, I'm still very proud of it. And but I can also admit that it was doozy and it hit at a very busy time. And I think all of our lives.
Yes. Yeah. So last summer, right before we started reading it, I had moved. I had changed states. And I think all of us have had our own life changes during the time of recording this podcast.
Oh yeah, moving, ending relationships, keeping friendships, keeping your podcast going, moving back,
trying to like your co-hosts still,
trying to like your co-hosts even though they were there for your darkest moments.
Yeah,
yeah,
and we basically took our first break from recording in that entire time in December of last year. So
that's right.
I know it might seem like we are just recording the week before we release, but actually we try to record these at least a month and ahead.
And then while we were taking what was to be our most magnificent break, we got hit with some proper random life shit that, and everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. Miranda's just not here because she's doing her own thing right now, and she'll talk about her stuff in her own time. It really was we came back, we had everything scheduled for January, and it wasn't going to work. And we just needed to... we needed to let go of our release schedule.
Yeah.
And we have the rest of Andalite Chronicles recorded, so you'll be getting that throughout the rest of February. And then we're going to go right back into book 13, and we're all very excited about it. And we're planning, we keep coming up with shit to do. We just need to rest and take care of ourselves, and then we need the time to actually do it. And so if you come along with us, it'll be there. We bought the Japanese copies of the books. We don't know what we're doing with that. We plan to play the video game at some point, the PS1 one.
This is more to say, we actually anticipate right now. So like Chris said, we have the rest of Andalite Chronicles recorded. There's probably 3-4 more episodes. We'll see.
I sure hope I can cram it down, man.
And that's going to come out next week. We're having a little Minisode bump here, but next week we'll come back with the rest of Andalite Chronicles. And our plan right now is to jump right into book 13. I guess what we are actually trying to say is we don't plan to go for 17 episodes. It's not our intention to go for 17 episodes on a book in the future. There's a lot of lore there. And maybe right around the September-October time, we had a tiny bit of burnout with...
just the tiniest little bit of couldn't be fucked to care. But it's also true that we love doing this. It's not that it's when all the things in life are hitting and you just need to sleep, that's different. Obviously this is
it's just sometimes sometimes...
I know you hate it, Eddie. I know I'm putting words in your mouth right now.
Sometimes two of the hosts are saying, let's stop at book 12, and one of the hosts is saying, no, let's do Andalite Chronicles.
But the most amazing thing is that the three hosts are all Paul, and they stand strong together. And we'll never say which host it was.
Yes. It was me.
It was me.
Well, Miranda isn't here to say it was her. So.
It was
one of these two.
So get out 2 pictures of us and a handful of darts and figure it out for yourself.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, we're here to say things have been a little strange. We're going to keep recording. We think we're going to continue recording right into, we're calling what we start with book 13, we're calling that season 3, even though the seasons are kind of arbitrary at this point.
Hey, I love that about that. It's sort of a feeling. The seasons of feeling. Yeah. You know, like seasons of love style. You know, it's just like...
Andalite Chronicles feels like a season finale, too.
Yeah, 525,600 yerks, you know?
Yeah. That goes in the musical. Right there.
Yep. Oh my God! And we've been brushing up the Anidorks musical, which
it's a real
need to
thing.
Put that on the Patreon.
It's not.
It's a real thing.
It's like maybe at like 5% on the completion bar, but it is that opening number strong.
Real strong.
Okay, so that's our plan. We will keep going straight through to season 3, starting with book 13. We're already reading it, and stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you to the Patreons. Thank you to everybody who supports us. And
we did take a break, too. December was our break. We had a nice long
December was a good break, and we have some unexpected, we're taking more time, which is why we're doing this episode. So we're resting. We are resting. I am not staying up till 2 a.m. playing Shattered Reality in anticipation of doing speed runs for our Patreons. My God, do I have to speed run fucking Shattered Reality, Eddie?
I don't even know what Shattered Reality.
That's the PS1 Animal.
Oh, it is? Oh, I thought it was a Silent Hill game.
I think I have to speed run it.
It sounds like that's you just promised that. Yeah, and we're live right now, so
we are
there will be no editing with this at all. So.
I think I might have to do that.
Thanks for listening to Anidorks. We'll be back soon with lots more to say. Until the Andalites return, or at least until next time. See you soon.